Jenna had always been a night owl. As a freelance graphic designer, she often found herself working into the early hours of the morning, fueled by caffeine and the glow of her computer screen. But on this particular night, as the clock ticked past 1 a.m., her stomach grumbled louder than usual. She realized she hadn't eaten since lunch. Scrolling through her phone, Jenna searched for anything that might deliver at such a late hour. That's when she stumbled upon Under Eats, an app she had never heard of before. The sleek black icon with a silver fork stood out among the other food delivery options. Curious, she downloaded it. The app's interface was simple and elegant, offering a limited menu of mysterious dishes with names like Midnight Bite, Wraith's Whisper, and The Last Supper. A message popped up as soon as she opened the app. Hungry after hours? Satisfy your cravings with our exclusive late-night special, available only from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Order now and enjoy a meal to die for. Jenna chuckled at the dramatic phrasing but couldn't deny that the pictures of the dishes looked mouth-watering. Her hunger got the best of her, and she quickly ordered the late-night special. The app promised delivery within 30 minutes. True to its word, at precisely 1:30 a.m., Jenna heard a soft knock at her door. She opened it to find no one there, only a sleek black box resting on her doorstep. There was no delivery person in sight, and the hallway outside her apartment was eerily quiet. Bringing the box inside, Jenna set it on her kitchen table. The box was cold to the touch, yet when she opened it, steam billowed out, carrying the intoxicating aroma of the meal. Inside, she found a perfectly arranged plate with a small handwritten note resting on top. "We hope this meal exceeds your expectations. Bon appetit." Jenna hesitated for only a moment before digging in. The food was divine, each bite bursting with flavors that danced on her tongue. It was unlike anything she had ever tasted, a blend of familiar and strange spices that made her feel warm and content. But as she finished the last bite, a wave of dizziness washed over her. The room spun and she stumbled to her couch, collapsing onto it. Her vision blurred, and the shadows in the corners of her apartment seemed to deepen, stretching and contorting in unnatural ways. Jenna tried to stand, but her limbs felt heavy, as if something was weighing her down. A cold dread settled in the pit of her stomach. She could hear whispers, faint and indistinct, growing louder with each passing second. The shadows seemed to pulse and move, inching closer to her. Panicking, Jenna tried to scream, but her voice caught in her throat. The shadows enveloped her, their cold tendrils wrapping around her limbs, pulling her down into the dark. She struggled, but her strength was no match for whatever force had claimed her. The last thing she saw before the darkness consumed her was the black box, now empty, its silver fork gleaming in the dim light. The next morning, Jenna's neighbor, Mrs. Davis, noticed her door slightly ajar. Concerned, she knocked and called out, but there was no response. Pushing the door open, she found the apartment empty. The kitchen table was spotless, except for a single black box with a handwritten note. "Thank you for dining with Under Eats. We look forward to serving you again." Jenna was never seen again, her disappearance joining the list of unsolved mysteries in the city. But each night, at 1 a.m., the Under Eats app would go live, offering its late-night special to anyone willing to take a chance. And in the shadows, something waited, hungry for its next victim.